We just got breaking news that the OG map will be returning in some form in tomorrow's update, as Fortnite Reload is going to be making its debut, and Fortnite Reload is going to be a smaller version of the OG Battle Royale map with 9 POIs on it, and those 9 POIs will be Tilted Towers, Retail Row, Pleasant Park, Lil Loot Lake, Sandy Sheets, Lazy Laps, Lonely Lodge, and 2 other POIs that we cannot see in the trailer. This will be a separate game mode similar to the late game modes from Chapter 2 and Chapter 3. And this mode will be squads and will work like Warzone Resurgence if you have ever played that before, where as long as one of your teammates in your squad are alive, the rest of the squad can keep respawning without having to be rebooted at a reboot van. Now, I'm not sure what this means for loot, but I can only assume that this mode will have the OG weapons like the Scar and the OG Pump, and I'm definitely not sure if the OG movement will return with this as well. This is huge news though, as with Chapter 5 Season 3 being one of the most disappointing seasons of all time so far, this is definitely something that could save the season and bring back the vibes and the player base that Fortnite is currently lacking. Let me know down below your thoughts on this crazy new game mode. I can't wait for it to drop tomorrow. It's been giving me Booga late game vibes and I can't wait to play it. But moving on now, I want to talk about the Duo Cash Cup. And before I recap how NA went, people have been asking what happened to Peterbot, and Peterbot, after qualing to the first Duo Cash Cup finals and getting 4th place, has yet to qual to a single event after that. He has missed 3 straight finals, and people are now starting to really wonder, was Peterbot actually carried by the Grimgate coin? And people also are starting to think that Peterbot and Pollo might suffer the same fate that Vino and Queasy did after their huge dominant win in Chapter 4 Season 2, and then not qualify in Chapter 4 Season 3. But I can assure you, Peterbot and Pollo are 100%, without a doubt in my mind, going to be making grand finals this season. Unlike Queasy and Vino, Peterbot and Pollo are qualified to the semifinals, and in the semifinals, I expect them to qual very, very easily, and then go to the upper bracket and end up qualing to grands very easily. They're just way ahead of every single team in the lower bracket. But yes, the lack of qualifying to finals somewhat scares me, but not for the reasons you may think. It's not that I think they got worse this season, it's just that I think their mental's a bit worse due to how bad the season is and they might hate the season. So instead of fully locking in and trying to qual to finals, they're pretty much just going for 20-30 kill games every single game and basically just speed running their matches, and that's basically what Peterbot always does in opens anyways. So I 100% think in a set lobby finals, Peterbot and Pollo will be fine and they'll be able to perform just as expected from them. Yes, of course, though, they may have gotten a bit worse since the Grimgate coin has been removed, but that's just an obvious that was going to happen. Going from the only POI having a mobility item to now going into a season where everyone else has mobility, of course they're going to get a little bit worse because the playing field is more leveled, but I definitely think Peterbot and Pollo are just as good as an actual duo in terms of skill, and still one of the best teams on the region. So we'll just have to see how they play this weekend. Hopefully they make FNCS finals this weekend so we can see them in set lobbies once again. And if they don't make finals, we'll probably be seeing them in the lower bracket, and that's definitely going to be a bit weird come FNCS semifinals. But moving on now, let's recap the NA Duo Cash Cup. And in first place, we have Batman, Booga, and Rapid on 352 points. Batman, Booga, and Rapid this season are going absolutely crazy. This is now their 2nd Cash Cup win of the season, and they also just got 5th in FNCS Weekly Finals. So I 100% think as of right now, Batman, Booga, and Rapid are playing as the best duo on the region currently. This duo is locked in right now, both on 00 ping, when normally they play over 100 ping combined. So Batman, Booga, and Rapid are making the most of playing on that 0 ping and absolutely dominating right now. Next in second place, we have Acorn and Cold on 332 points, who actually went into the last match with a 69-point lead ahead of second place, and they were in first place in the driver's seat of winning the Cash Cup. And Acorn and Cold actually got pushed by Tayson and Iamzo and griefed, as Tayson and Iamzo were trying to eliminate them and then go on to win the Cash Cup. But sadly, Tayson and Iamzo eliminated them for absolutely nothing, as they still finished 3rd place. They were 3rd place going into the last match as well. But nonetheless, Acorn and Cold with a really good 2nd place, almost a 1st place. And Acorn and Cold are looking like the favorites for me heading into FNCS. I know I just said Batman, Booga, and Rapid are playing the best, but Acorn and Cold playing at this level and it's still not being their best Cash Cup performance is very, very scary for the rest of the region. And just like I mentioned in 3rd place, we do have Tayson and Iamzo on 313 points. As I mentioned, Tayson and Iamzo ended up eliminating Acorn and Cold, who are in 1st, And Tayson and Niamzo actually got a 3rd place in the last match, but it was sadly just not enough to get up to 2nd place. So after starting game 6 in 3rd place, they end up finishing in 3rd place as well. And then next in 4th place, we have Aviv and Buga on 288 points. Aviv and Buga are looking really solid this season, and I think they're 100% going to qualify to the LAN. And these haven't even been necessarily insane performances out of Aviv and Buga, and they're still getting top 5s consistently. So once Aviv and Buga hit peak form, they could potentially top 3 or even better in FNCS maybe. And then rounding out the top 5, we have Clix and Vino on 270 points. A pretty disappointing performance out of Clix and Vino in the Cash Cup, but somehow a pretty disappointing performance ends up getting them 5th place. Besides the 1st and the 6th game, they pretty much never played as a duo the entire game. And even in the 6th game, they weren't a duo as well. So for Clix and Vino to have a pretty rough performance and getting 5th place is a very good sign for where they stand currently in this season. If they fix a couple of their mistakes that they seem to be having every game, they could potentially win almost every single tournament maybe. So we're just going to have to see how Clix and Vino keep progressing this season. They look very good after winning FNCS finals and then placing 5th in the very next Cash Cup. That's what I want to see out of this duo. I want to see them be able to consistently place very well. And a 1st and a 5th back-to-back are just that. Hopefully they can keep doing it in FNCS finals this weekend. But nonetheless, NA is looking absolutely stacked this season. There's so many teams that are very, very good. So it's going to be very hard for teams to top 10, and qualifying to that LAN when FNCS Grand Finals comes is about to be one of the hardest things somebody has ever done. There's easily over 10 teams that are very capable of qualifying to the LAN this season, and it's going to suck that some of those teams just mathematically cannot qualify to the LAN. But we are now through 3 Cash Cup finals and an FNCS finals, and I want you guys to comment down below, who do you think the best team currently on NA is heading into FNCS Qualifier 2? Right now, I think I have to say Batman, Booga, and Rapid. They have won 2 Cash Cups and got 5th in FNCS. And then I would probably say Acorn and Cold are 2nd, and Tayson and Niamzo are 3rd, heading into FNCS Qualifier 2. So we'll have to see how everyone places this weekend and see if there's a new best team. But let me know down in the comments below who you think is the best team. And as always, make sure to subscribe to the channel to always be caught up to date on Fortnite competitive and these tournament recaps, or to be caught up on huge news like the Fortnite Reload game mode. And also turn on those notifications to never miss an upload on a topic like something I just mentioned. And also make sure to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, as it would help it get pushed out to more people, and more people can see my channel for the first time potentially. And if you guys stopped by the YouTube stream yesterday, thank you all for stopping by. We had over like 150 viewers the entire time. And on Twitch, we had over 200 viewers the entire time as well. So thank you guys for all the support on both platforms recently watching tournaments. I'll be streaming NA FNCS all weekend long on YouTube if you want to stop by. Or stop by my Twitch as well if you want to watch on there. That's going to do it for me in this video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.